Yo, what up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Toasty is Bad at Analogue, a hate story. When we last left off, we met our beautiful waifu hyun-ae. We looked into some family drama. Mute, not a big fan of, not a big fan of this mysterious woman who's perfect in every way, including that she doesn't have a personality. We got, go back to the home here. It's probably faster. Home. What else do we got? We got the pack of idiots from Smith Kyungsam, who Mute was talking to. And we got Sangjung, the drunk, who probably got murdered. So that's something, And then we got Kim Family True. I already know about that. And then we also got that mysterious sort of proverb. Men are noble and women are abased. A cliche to remember. Or men are honored, sorry. So let's see what Waifu's got to say. Oh, hello. Actually, I was just testing to see that indicator, icon. Oh, okay, that was this thing down here that was blinking, I think. If it's super important, I can always just interrupt you. But, I don't want to distract you if I can help it. What kind of computer program forces herself onto you? Dude, she's kind of a tryhard. She's all over me, man. Carry on, and I'll set the indicator again if I want to tell you something. Alright, good to know. Let's get back into the logs here. We're up to block 9. The new heir. Alright, so it looks like we're dealing with like a royal family here. There's a lot of talk of fidelity and honor, things like that. These are probably pretty, upstanding folk. I don't know why they were on this spaceship. Kim Young-suk. When he died this year, my father was an absolute nobody. I don't say this to disrespect his honor, but it's the complete opposite. He knew it, and that was far worse fate than he ever deserved. It wasn't until he was maybe 16 that I even realized we were supposed to be from a noble family. Supposed to be from. Certainly we never had much of means. Father was a minor official in the interior decks and spent his days dealing with minor peasant disputes. Of all things, peasant disputes. Yeah, why's he hanging around with poor people? Is he Bernie Sanders or something like that? Who's this guy think he is? With the poverty we lived in, no wonder it never really sank in that we were of noble blood, not until I met the main family for the first time. Okay, so it looks like this is like a branch family or something like that. They were proud despite the fact that I now realize that they too were suffering from the same lack of royal favor. But I could tell the difference. They hadn't given up. Their son was still alive at that time, and even though he was a child half my age, I couldn't believe his confidence. It put us to shame. Absolutely put us to shame. But their son died later that year, and my father died just a few months ago. I didn't know what we were going to do, but mother managed to convince sister's husband to adopt me into the main Kim family. I don't think it took much. So now I'm heir, just like that. Kim Jong-soo's adopted son. Not that I have the time or position to be proud, but having spoken sincerely with my new father, I think we're on the same page. I'm going to study furiously. I'm going to become a scholar official. What I didn't tell him was my ambition. I won't settle for any peasant jobs. I'll be better than that. I'm not going to stop until I manage to fulfill my father's dream, High Magistrate. I won't settle. I will not settle. I think Jung-soo expects me to disappoint him, but I damn well will not. If I'm the heir to the Kim family, I'm not going to let him down. He wants prosperity. I'll give it to him. Just like what I'm going to give Hyun-ae later. Am I right? Ayy. More importantly, I'm never going to let any other Kim son feel like the family doesn't get the recognition it deserves. Never again. I swear on my ancestors, never again. Alright, so we got this ambitious guy, Kim Young-suk, who was in the family tree, I'm pretty sure. Let's just take a quick look here. And Jung-soo is his adopted dad. So we got, Young-suk's here. And Young-suk's father, that's his actual father. And then we got Jung-soo over here, right? And then Young-suk, so here's the split in the family. This is like the main family line. And then this is the branch family, I suppose. And Youngsung is not listed here unless maybe he's Jungsu's son. It's possible that they're the same person, but their dates of death are different, so maybe that's not true. I guess we'll find out more later on. Let's get back to the blocks here. Access the logs. Block number 10. Alright, there's a lot of stuff before this. We got marital admonitions, part 7. This is like a treatise on marital problems. To the woman who will marry my husband. But please do not think all of this is meant to say you will be unloved. You may be a second wife, but you're still the daughter of a noble house, and that is a precious gift to the Ryu family. My husband has faith that you will bring him a son, and this means all the world to him. Nor am I jealous, for you will receive a heavy burden. Or you will relieve, a heavy burden on our house, and for that I am grateful. Okay. As proof of his affection for you, let me share with you one secret which I've been permitted to tell you. In honor of you, my husband, in his capacity as captain and emperor, has personally changed his admin password to your birth name. What is the birth name? The admin password is what I'm looking for. Okay. My new sister, who will be brought into the Ryu family not as a mere lowly woman, but a symbol of power in the inner chambers. You will not only represent the continuation of the Ryu bloodline by providing him a son, but your very name will represent the power on the captain's computer. Understand this, Pale Bride. Your duty may be great, but you will be loved. So Pale Bride, I gotta find out what her actual name is, and then I can finish my mission. But finishing the mission, there's a lot more going on here. So override terminal. What is this? Oh, right. So let's try to activate mute. Enable AI. Enable AI. Mute. Invalid personality? What? Alright, what is SU? Provides administrator access, requires password to use. SU. Pale Bride. Password is incorrect. Okay. So that's what we need to do, I think. What does download do again? Admin access required. Okay. So download is how we sort of finish our mission, I think. Oops. No, how do I get back here? Oh, I think I just need to enable AI again. Oops. Okay. Oh, quit. I'm dumb. There we go. There she is. Alright. We can also quiz her about these things as we found out last time. So let's learn a little bit more about the Kim family tree. You can see that she has a message for us with this. It's the end of the Kim family tree as best as I could possibly manage to compile it. It's the best I could do. Ordinarily, women's names aren't ever put on genealogy, so I had trouble with those. That helps you keep track of the family, though. So the main player here seems to be the Pale Bride. We don't even know when she was born. And another thing that's interesting is a lot of these people died in 322. Like, most of them. So, Jungsu's son, that might be... would that be Sangjung? The guy who was murdered? He's like one of the only people who died earlier. Along with... They died in the same year as well. And then Jungsu's father died early, which kind of makes sense. He's lived a full life, it looks like. But, like, look at this. This is Jungsu's son, 308 to 314. That is... No, that couldn't be Sangjung, because Sangjung was like 30 years old. But yeah, something happened in 322. And we gotta find out the Pale family's name. Alright. So let's take a closer look. Pack of Idiots, one of the probably most important messages we found so far. Here's the background. There are two major noble families on the Mumunhwa. The Kims were the big one, as we saw from the family tree. The Smiths were the other major family, but I'm afraid I can't tell you much about them. So the Smiths were also a noble family. Interesting. They're the most important family on the ship until just before the end. The High Magistrate was a Smith. So I guess the High Magistrate is just the most highest ranking member on the ship till the very last year. Give you a little bit about them for reference so you can see who the Kim men thought their big enemy was. Smith didn't really matter much at the end, so I don't know much about them. Okay, I've certainly never met any of them, so I'm just going off what I read. Should give you an idea of what I mean. Alright. Interesting. So the Smiths, a mysterious and apparently foreign royal... Oh, we got some more stuff here now. Look at that. Let's read out what Sojin has to say. Oh, Sojin. Sounds like a banging hot girl. Despite having hardly shown their faces in the entire time I've lived in the Smith house, the second branch of the family has taken upon themselves to visit again, a week after we were forced to endure their smug eye-rolling at the funeral. Of course, it'd be impolite to turn them all away at the door, no matter how poor taste their timing was. So what other choice did I have but to let them in? Husband wanted to have nothing to do with them, being distracted by Jangmi. Jangmi. That might be the name of the pale bride. Could be. Because there was the perfect girl who was distracting them. That might be the same. This might be the same situation here. And mother-in-law had been hiding in their room, leading me to entertain them. Of course, as soon as I had sent their son to go see our daughter, cousin-in-law Kyung-sam made it quite clear that he was not that sort of visit. His wife just sat there silent while he ripped into me. Dang. Dude, so much shade being thrown here. Get why it's called a hate story. Couldn't write down all his words. It was simply one line of abuse after another. Oh, she getting bodied like Meek Mill. Apparently we were to be blamed for Sang-kyu leaving before they showed up for wearing the wrong mourning garb for my husband's shocked reaction at his brother's death. Oh, so she must be Sang-jung's wife. No, Sang-jung's brother's wife. Okay. In fact, we were to be blamed for his death. We were to be blamed for his death itself. All he kept shouting about was how embarrassing for the family that an old man with a Smith house had been allowed to drink himself to death. So, as if the real tragedy was that it looked bad. I might not have felt bad about Sang-jung dying, but the rest of the family did. To hear such words making light of their loss was appalling. He kept going, shouting awful things after awful thing, until finally the most unexpected thing happened. Mother-in-law entered the room. What's going on here, she asked. He stood up. I was just passing on a message to son's wife about his disgraceful conduct. Since he won't show his face himself. Then he added, I'm embarrassed to be a Smith right now. Do you think people don't know about our family shame? Do you have any idea how much a fool I look like? Never saw more a terrifying expression in someone's face. She just glared at him. Finally, she said, yes, but you clearly do not, or you would have lowered your voice. Took him a moment for that to register. Then he was just shocked. But mother-in-law wasn't done. Please leave, she said. Now. They stared at each other for a good while. Mother-in-law naturally won with a scowl. Kyung-sam and his family departed. When they left, I turned to her. Thank you, I said. But just shook her head in disgust and exited to her own room without another word. Dang. So the Smith family is also full of Korean people, and I don't really get what's going on there. But, so we did find out that Sang-jung is a Smith. He's in the Smith family. And that she is one of the wives of one of the Smiths. Okay. Let's go find out who we think that might be. Is it Kyung-sam? It might be Kyung-sam. No, Kyung-sam was the guy who was like insulting her. Alright. Might have been Sang-kyu? Hard to say at this point. Let's see what Hyun-ae has to say about this one. Sorry, I don't think there's anything else about them you'd find relevant. Oh, thanks. Super helpful. Thanks, Hyun-ae. Jesus, you're the computer AI system. You don't even know that? Oh. Alright, well, we got a couple more things going on here, and we'll catch up with the rest of the drama in the Smith family in the next episode. If you like this, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all those things. And let's find a murderer, dude. I'm down for this. See you guys next time when we take a deeper look into Analogue, a hate story. Peace!